Your next comic?
Whoa!
Put your hands together, everybody, for Jack Dockery.
Whoa!
Good evening, gentlemen and Jordan. All right, so you know how they tell you this bullshit, like, don't fall for it. Strippers aren't really in love with you. The Hooters girl doesn't really like you. Well, I know for a fact I'm the exception, all right? So I know I was scoring some big points with this lady one evening, and you know, she kind of puts her hand on mine when she brings me my pretzel and my beer, and I'm like, yeah, we're going places. So I down that shit real fast, and I'm looking at her ass while she's walking away. Whew. So she comes back over there and she says, "Are you still good, my love?" I'm like, "No, I could really use another one." And you know, she goes and fucks off into like waitress limbo or wherever it is they go for like 15, 20 minutes at a time. And it's not until she came back out with another pretzel in her hand and no fucking beer. And it was at that moment that I realized what a fat piece of shit that she thinks I am. And we're not going home. We're not gonna have a fucking life together. Yet. No, but I met another guy at that bar that has a crush on the same bartender slash waitress, and he thinks, well, he sees me as a threat. So when it's just me and him, he's like, "Hey, what's up, Jack? What's up, buddy?" But whenever this Mason guy is around with that bartender, he'll call me different names. Specifically, he started calling me Oscar. "Hey, what's up, Oscar?" Whew, it pisses me off pretty bad, but I'm trying to be cool. And then one day I melt down. He goes, "Hey, what's up, Oscar?" And I'm like, "Listen here, Megan, I'm gonna tell you exactly why he calls me that name. It's because one day he was really drunk, and he was crying in my arms, and he told me he misses his ex-boyfriend, and that if he didn't get some dick soon, he was probably gonna kill himself." And so I let him suck my dick in the parking lot that night. I felt bad for the guy, you know? Problem is, he was good. Like, he was way too good. He should not have been that good. And I immediately started questioning whether this guy really did have an ex-boyfriend or not, because how could you if you give that kind of head? And I mean, I came so fast. Like, it was embarrassing how fast I came. And then that's when I found out that Mason hooked up with a guy at spring break before named Oscar, who also would come really fast. And that's why he started calling me Oscar all the goddamn time. And he thought if he called me that in front of the women that I would never fucking out him. It's a good plan. Until I got over it and I told Megan. He was pissed. Mason was pissed. He punched me so hard, I was probably out before I hit the ground. But I knew as soon as he hit me that I had won. Because you can't fight in that bar. And now Mason's banned. And so now every time I order a beer and Megan brings me a pretzel instead, I don't give a shit because I get to look at her face and then I get to look at her ass when she waddles away. Mason's at home sitting out a 30-day ban. Fuck you, Mason. I hope you rot in hell, you piece of shit. Who's laughing now? One of the problems with having a joke that is funny is that other comedians will try to, like, you know, jump in on that, on your coattails. So I see you guys noticed that Kyle's not here tonight. Let me tell you a funny story about that. Right before we took a trip to Austin to do the other mic, Kyle let me know that he had court the next morning. He's on probation. Also, Kyle started calling me Oscar to fuck with me because he found out that he could get under my skin that way. So naturally, I'm thinking, Kyle's gonna sleep in. I'm gonna hit the road while he's sleeping in. He's gonna be fucked. That's how I'm gonna get my revenge, right? I'm thinking, no, I've got to do one better. So, you know, being a small town guy like me, I can't go to a big city like Atlanta and not fuck a hooker. So, the funniest part about getting hookers is, you know, obviously I made Kyle pay for them because I paid for the hotel, right? But then immediately after fucking them, I went down and got in my car and left and called it an anonymous fucking tip to the Atlanta Police Department. I didn't want to fuck Kyle over completely. You know, the guy needs to ride back to town. And what better way than to fucking ride it out in a jail cell and then the cops will bring him back in the morning, right? That's a new one. I don't have a closer for that yet, but no, maybe I do. Can we just edit that part out and I'll say that don't fucking call me Oscar. That's all I got.